extra D8 from focus, right?
No, you can interrupt me to shoot because I get to go first.
Okay, so
I have rolled a 10, so he dodges your 8. His action.
But he shuts the hell up.
His action is to move to Commodore Proteus and attempt to grab him. Proteus, you are ready and have your gun out. Do you want to shoot me or dodge?
I think I'm going to shoot you because I have better chance of that. Okay.
Go ahead and roll your. Well, don't forget you can tap Coward and get a bonus D12 to dodge. But then you'd not be shooting for the rest of the fight.
I'd also have to be panicked. Yes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll. Wow! You shoot him in the face. He does not like being shot in the face. He makes a howling noise, and that is the end of his turn. Rise of good guys. Before you can stop them, the 2 nameless henchmen that you bought, one of them shoots and misses, and the other one takes a shot. Wow. Yeah, Zilkon and Warnoff are terrible shots. Get Cyclone! Get him! All right, that's the end of your NPCs. Commodore Proteus, you are the commanding officer.
Right on. Is the pirate captain? What is he doing? Is he like? Did I badly hurt him? Is he just upset?
He ran up to you and tried to grab you. He looks like he's mad that you trapped all of his men and his equipment in the cave-in, and looks angry and desperate. Mostly angry.
I shot him in the face. Does he seem to be injured in any particular way?
You look like he tapped his frenzy soak, which recharges when he hits you. He looks mad.
Right. In that case, I'm just going to shoot him again. I
all right.
Can I shoot him and then?
Can you what?
Can I shoot him and then reason with him?
You can shoot him and then reason with him. So go ahead and roll to hit.
I might try to frighten him.
You could also try that. First, roll your shot. He will attempt to dodge. Wow, it is not the captain's day, is it? Let's see. You will shoot him for 1 point of damage. His spacesuit will soak that. So you shoot him and some of his suit bubbles.
Okay, would I get a bonus for trying to fight him at all because I've shot him twice already, or should I? My reasoning roll would be higher though. I think I don't think getting a bonus for fighting.
Well, you can attempt to reason with him. That's going to be a roll of mind, will, and negotiation. And say something reasonable, like what are you offering?
I'll say surrender now will avoid further bloodshed, and come and stand trial. We'll spare your life. Otherwise, hey.
All right. Lancer, you're the next ranking officer. Your boss has rolled 2 6s, so we have to wait until the bad guy's turn shows up to see what they do. So, Lancer, did you want to wait or did you want to move and do something?
For some reason, I always back up my commanding officer, so I also have negotiation. So I will roll to assist him and be like, "Yes, come on, Zachlon, see reason. There's too much at stake here. Whole solar system's at stake. Whole solar system hangs in the balance."
Okay, go ahead and roll your will and mind.
And I offer no assistance.
Ralph, what are you going to do?
Well, I could try to. What's that pink mean? Reeling?
Oh, they're dazed because they're trying to negotiate.
Well, I don't like the Commodore being dazed, so I'm going to try to rally him.
Okay, watch out. It's a pirate. He's crafty. Roll your will and tactics. Yeah, dazed means while you're trying to negotiate, you can be blindsided by an attack.
I sucked at it.
Well, you have a second action coming.
Then, to even the odds, I'm going to have Ralph try to trick the pirate captain.
Okay.
And oh my god, the ceiling's cracking. You know, that kind of thing. And
You gotta be a 10.
oh boy.
Ooh.
I didn't get to be the leader of a bunch of space fascists by rolling low.
Well, in that case, I'll just roll my DC because I do have a 2 in 10 chance, or 2 in 12 chance of beating that.
You might deceive him.
Not today.
Okay.
RMG has finally reared his ugly head.
Yeah, well, let's see. What would Zachalon do? It's like, you've ruined everything. I had everything going for me, an ultimate weapon. Finally, the lesser beings of the universe would bow down before me and recognize my greatness until you and these fools came along and ruined everything.
Hey, we like to call ourselves the problem child.
No, I recognize no court. Stop hiding behind your men and face me like a man.
You're just a dupe for the
So he's gonna focus because he's considering what they say, and hulks over. Like, we've got our tiny mouse bait, size Commodore Pros, and this huge hulking brute of a wolf. Face me like a man. Commodore Proteus, it's your turn. I believe you've been challenged to hand-to-hand combat. What do you do?
Uh-oh.
Shoot him again.
You shoot him?
I have no fighting skills whatsoever.
I have fighting skills. I can be your champion. Cat versus dog. It's a classic showdown.
I don't negotiate with terrorists anymore.
So what are you going to do? You going to shoot him?
I got to shoot him, yep.
Okay, he's going to, hold on, before you roll, don't roll. He's going to tap his focus, and he's going to rip your face off. I need you may either counter shoot or dodge.
What do I roll for counter shoot?
You roll your shooting dice. Your speed, mind, and shooting. Your same attack dice.
Okay, I can do that then.
All right, bring it. I have 4. Welcome to Dramatic Showdown, guys, where my main bad guy can't roll above a 4.
And he rolled a 6 and 2 4s.
That is still a hit. My spacesuit will bounce it, but that's still a hit. Now you may try to shoot me. So go ahead and roll to hit me. I will dodge this one. So, I won't negotiate. And you'll shoot him in the chest, and his bits will spark off of his suit, and then he'll back up. Okay, Lancer, you're the next high-ranking guy.
And I immediately follow up with my own shots, and he has to be a 5.
He does. Ralph, you have a single action.
A single action, yes.
You weren't surprised your gun is out.
Yeah, so let's show this guy the business end of a ray gun pistol.
Okay. He's rolled a 2. Meanwhile, you've got Dr. Quasar back there is going, I have weapons that can kill him. That is
probably should have passed one on, I guess.
That is 3 successes. I will soak one of those. All right, I will tap my mechanical soak. As you shoot him, your atomic ray penetrates his chest cavity. And there's a loud popping noise as sparks and tubes and wires fall out.
He's a Cylon!
I'll Cylon you. Yeah, I'm so annoyed. I'm going to go ahead and attack Captain Proteus again. Captain Proteus, are you going to shoot me?
Yes, I'm just going to keep shooting him until he stops moving.
All right, I'm rolling so much dice.
Oh,
Just such a bad day for him.
Captain Proteus, the tiny mouse with the dead aim.
D4 and shooting paid off.
Woo!
I hope you die. The worst part about this is I can't recharge my frenzy soak until I hit one of you.
There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Commodore Proteus.
Stumbles forward. His suit is burning on fire with an afterglow. He charges like, I'll never surrender to the likes of you.
Die as you live,
Proteus.
What was that? Sorry.
He said he'll never surrender to the likes of you, and it's your turn. You get 2 actions.
Can I knock him out with my ray? Can I set my ray pistol for atomic stun?
You can attempt to subdue him. That will be a stunt. Go ahead and roll your typical attack dice.
What are my typical attack dice? That's just the dice for my shooting.
Called shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
he dodges your attempt to. Maybe I can shoot him in a non-lethal area with my atomic rays. No, he's too fast. Lancer.
I'm fed up, and I'm like, so die how you live, pirate.
He dodges you.
God damn it.
What about you, Ralph?
Let's try to help Commodore back again with another will and tactics roll.
Okay.
Still suck at it. Clearly, I need the leadership gift.
You have a second action coming.
All right, let's shoot this guy here again. I might as well try it.
He's rolled a 4.
Ooh.
Can't believe how badly he's rolling.
I've got 2 successes on him.
Thank you, Summers. Summers has been carrying this gun cop, except Summers and Proteus.
Wow. He taps his panic soak. Which means he becomes panicked, which means he has to stop attacking. I'm separated from my man. You've taken everything from me. Crap. And you guys are blocking the exit.
Yep.
I forgot you have 2 henchmen here. They also shoot and they also miss. Zachalon on his turn is afraid. No! And he's going to collapse into a ball. And you'll be
play dead, doggy. Play dead.
He's utterly crushed and defeated.
Good doggy. Good boy. Good boy.
Commodore Proteus.
What was that, Ref?
I said, does this make you feel like a big man?
It does. I'll like put my foot on him, and I'll also reason with him. That's my combat action. Telling him it's like, it doesn't have to be this way. We can reform you. You're obviously a talented and skilled individual.
He's more machine than dog now. Twisted and evil.
That means we can reprogram him.
Oh, but Proteus, you forgot to fill out that new personnel paperwork.
I am astounded, but also not surprised.
Apparently, my gloating reasoning with him didn't work.
See, the moment you put your foot on him, something bad was going to happen.
Yeah.
You do have a reroll for negotiation, right? Free specialization in there?
I don't have a... Maybe I can... Getting people to surrender will be my specialization.
That doesn't sound bad.
That would actually make sense. Negotiation for surrender.
Oh!
The 5.
Oh, you only reroll one.
Oh, no.
You don't reroll all your dice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you've gone ahead and harvested the Glucidium shielding. So your goal is to build it on the pirate ship, because our goal is to get the pirate ship to get this Glucidium device close enough to redirect the anomaly's energy.
Yep.
Okay. How are we going to do that, Dr. Quasar?
Well, my goal wasn't to redirect its energy. My goal was to disperse energy absorption cloud, so the electrons couldn't fire off and thus cause a nuclear reaction to continue.
Well, the Professor Osselstoff says the problem with that theory is eventually it will overwhelm even that shielding if it's allowed, because it's converting matter to energy and it basically has unlimited power. I like the original plan of putting a rocket on it that will accelerate it out of space. If we could redirect its energy into a rocket, we could make it soar out of this solar system.
Yeah, I guess if it's supplying its own power to a rocket, but then somebody would still have to get in there to connect the energy systems up.
Well, technically, the ship's a rocket.
No, you don't want a rocket itself powered because it will eventually run out of energy and it's just going to coast through space. And at some point, somebody might be able to catch up to it and then reuse it for what they want. If we can hook it up to its own power supply, it will be an infinite jet, constantly accelerating.
There's two ways we could do this, as Professor Osselstoff. One of them is we could automate the system so when it approaches, it attaches itself. But we'd have to build a mechanical device that could absolutely predict what it would need to do with 100% precision, which would require, like I said, fortune-telling skills. The other would be if we had some sort of device that was sort of a neural network cognitive pathway that was already partially, at least partially completed. We could finish it and make it its proper own controlling device. I don't know, that brain-enhancing apparatus we've got back there.
Oh, yeah, that other thing that I made.
That does sound like a very good idea to me.
So we could either harvest the wonder, or we could try to use the ability to predict the future.
Honestly, straight up, I can't see very much of it.
Yeah, obviously the wonder makes more sense because who can predict the future with unerring accuracy?
Well, I mean, the first step would be just to look back at Blazkowicz and, here's a chalkboard if you want to start writing down equations.
Yeah, unfortunately, as much as I want to, I just cannot possibly actually get it. Because that would require 5. I got 3 dice to really roll. Or 4, and I don't have anything to add now.
Well, you could have 2 people assist, because this is a very specific request, because you're going for it. You could have 2 academic people assist you, which would be good enough for a D8 and a D12.
Also, additionally, if we're not breaking down the wonder first, you could sit in the chair and do it.
Oh, yeah, maybe I could use the chair to enhance my psychic ability.
It gave you those psychic abilities, apparently.
We'd have to repair it first.
I could do that.
So what do you want to do?
Only first step, repair the chair.
Okay, so you want to repair the chair. Yeah. Okay, so go repair the chair.
Well, I mean, because I can repair the chair, try Blazkowicz, and if that doesn't work, then I can disassemble the chair. It's no skin off my teeth.
Let's try to repair the chair. Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. I know I'm technically in command out of this group, but this is your rodeo, Dr. Quasar.
Okay. That repairs the chair. Go ahead and make your ESP roll with a bonus 66.
All right. So I'm going to make the initial roll, and then I'm going to make the additional 66 roll.
Dr. Hasselstoff says this is madness. I don't approve.
That's 5, 6, 7. Oh, I could go all the way up to...
This is astounding science!
I can see the future. It all flashes before me, and
that's 2 6s. Hey,
and I looked at the GM and asked, "What do I see?"
I mean, you sit there and make a bunch of calculations. Like, we need servo modules to do this at this stage.
Right.
That's the best. The word impossible is only found in the dictionary of fools.
Just going by power, you give me something, and then I say whether I want it to come to fruition or not, and then get everyone a D8 bonus if they listen to me.
Well, now we have to successfully mod a vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
How much do you need to mod a vehicle? 5 successes?
Good question. Only 4, but so you can re-roll. A5.
Oh, you can re-roll. That's right.
Oh, I got plenty on my inside. I succeeded. Dr. Corvus, though.
Okay. So, so you're going to, so you're going to go ahead and mod the device. Yep, so you're going to go ahead and build this rocket ship to go ahead and collide and send into the ongoing. So, meanwhile, marching out of the mine shaft, who should mine out but with Captain Zachlon in chains is Commander Proteus and his entourage.
Oh, look very humble.
I didn't think I'd believe it until I actually saw it. But good job, Captain Proteus.
Commodore Proteus.
Commodore, right. Rank higher than I still am. Damn it.
You're just a brevet captain, aren't you? Shouldn't you revert to your normal rank once your superiors in the field?
This is true. I'm merely a commander.
Right on.
Well, he might be promoted to captain because if you're taken away from the ship, if you're a commodore, you should actually be have a whole own fleet.
I think I'm comfortable with him giving his field promotion becoming permanent as well. I can make a note to file that paperwork.
Okay, so while you're doing that and come out and do the reunion of, wow, I can't believe, Captain Altien will say, I can't believe you've captured Pirate Zachlon, the notorious king of the space pirates.
And he's not resisting. It's amazing.
That's right.
This is what I would like. As you're repairing the ship and getting it ready to take off to go ahead and do the rendezvous, a mysterious figure appears from the jungle, but not that mysterious to Commodore Proteus. He's dressed in a business suit, which is inappropriate for the jungle. He said, the mysterious-looking fox guy says, "I've come in peace. I've come to talk to Mr. Proteus here."
Do I recognize this person?
Yes, it's Mr. Miller, who you may remember showed up the last time you were doing a bunch of bureaucracy, and offered you a different kind of promotion.
Oh yes, Mr. Miller. All right, I'll look grimly at Mr. Miller and tell him to come forward, but no tricks.
I've come a great distance to speak with you. I'd like to speak with you in confidence if you'd come over here. And Captain Altien says, that's a weirdo in a business suit in the middle of space. I wouldn't trust that.
I'll say what you say to me can be said in front of my crew. But if you want some privacy, why don't we have them stand back about 10, 15 feet? And you come over here.
Just within range of my clear senses.
Yeah. Just in range. Well, as they're preparing the rocket to launch, Mr. Miller says, listen, we are reasonable men. You want peace. I want peace. What you and your people here are about to do is to take something that could offer greatness to everyone, free energy for everyone, the ultimate goal that that all peaceful people want to receive, and you're just going to destroy it.
We're going to destroy this particular flawed iteration of that technology. But having discovered it once, we can discover it and do it again, and this time with the right motivations.
Well, you don't know that's possible. All the resources necessary to create this may have been used up.
You're correct that I don't know that for sure, but what alternative do you suggest?
As a fellow leader of men, abandon this enterprise and return, and we could use this to record a new era of peace, one of understanding between Earth and Telluria.
I'll stroke my whiskers and say, no, this power is too powerful. The tower is too great. It hasn't been documented, hasn't been properly vetted. We're going to secure it for the Interplanetary Federation, which is the greatest force for peace in the solar system, and we'll determine what happens from there.
Is there any way I can convince you of your mistake?
Perhaps you'd like to come into my spaceship and we can talk about this in more privacy. In the brig.
I will consider what you have to say. There are others who are far wiser than I, who will know what to do. If you'll excuse me.
I will not. Arrest this man.
Okay, so you're going to sort of fight.
Well, I'm going to tell people to arrest him, yeah.
Well, he's going to turn around and, run away. Do you tell your men to do violence against him?
Yeah, arrest him, capture him.
Okay.
Right.
I need everybody to roll mind and observation.
Woo. Hey, I'm not off guard.
Okay.
Oh, Raph, did you import the token I sent for Wyatt?
Oh, I haven't yet, but...
One success.
Oh, it's GM rolls rolling in secret. Okay.
That's right.
Am I there, or?
Yeah, you're here.
People who are working on the machine are working on the machine.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay.
I guess I'm not there then.
I rolled a success.
Okay. Yeah, you guys have weapons. Do you guys want to shoot at him?
How dare he talk to us? Captain?
Who wants to
Commodore?
shoot at him?
Sorry? Commodore?
Commodore?
Hold on, just a minute here. Yeah, no, I'm saying we should arrest him. That involves shooting him. Then we have to apprehend
He
him.
runs away. What do you
Yeah,
do?
shoot him. I'll shoot him.
All right. Roll to hit.
You're not the same man.
I'll tap coward.
I think somebody has replaced Captain Proteus.
Okay,
It's true. I'm stern now.
He runs into the jungle. Your shot misses. Is anyone else shooting at him?
Damn,
Oh,
that was 12s.
Hold on. Let me see if I can finally do something here. I got 2 successes, one of which is a 5, and 2 5s.
He runs into the jungle, so you shoot the jungle, and a tree catches on fire.
I'll shake my head
Yeah, if
sadly.
no one else is... he runs into the jungle. Does anyone pursue him into the jungle?
If I can, I would.
Well, you're helping with. Do you
but
want
I'm
to help
busy
with the rocket?
I
So
mean,
it-
he
everyone
might have
else
seen
has
this
to do it.
coming.
I take the 2 flukies and say, "Follow me," and I chase him into the jungle. I'll use my
All right.
my observation to see if I can track him
I
down.
need to make a roll of speed and observation.
And I flub it.
I mean, to be fair,
Okay.
Griff, you might have poked your head out
Alright,
and
I'm
said,
gonna-
"One
I'm gonna
second,
follow
guys, I saw something."
Actually, hold on a second. I messed that up. You said speed observation?
Yeah. So re-roll the mind die as a speed die.
There you go. I got 1
Okay,
success.
but 1 success is not going to be enough to catch him because I have a pre-planned route, and I actually have stealth.
Can I support?
Do you run after him into the woods?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead and make your roll of speed and observation.
Speed and observation. Got it.
You run off against the mysterious malefactor.
And Ralph will follow the captain and make sure he doesn't die.
I mean, or benefactor, depending on how you
That's
look
a
at it.
bonus D8 for Lancer.
All right, let's see what I got. Come on, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes,
Nope.
which I don't get.
You run off into the woods. As they run off into the woods, Professor Osselsov says, well, we can't wait for them to come back. Our window of opportunity to fire this is going to disappear, according to Blaskowitz's calculations. Dr. Quasar, do you think the module is ready to launch?
I think it needs just one last going over. I think we can... Where are we right now? Are we on the ground, or are we in...
We're on the ground. We're on the
ground.
ground.
Commence preliminary launch. Get us into space. We'll do the tests in orbit. Or
Understood.
Not in orbit, I guess.
Well, there's
You
no
don't
way to
orbit
test this. We don't have like a control object. to
I
use.
mean, we run the numbers.
All right.
We got all the numbers right here.
All right. So we'll fly. Which one of us is? I guess Boris is flying. Well, the problem is we fly it into space. How are we going to abandon it?
Someone has to jump out with a spacesuit and get picked up.
I'm both
not-
magnetic
I
and
volunteer.
mechanical. I have no problem.
Well, no, magnetic doesn't let you abandon your ship. Magnetic's the opposite.
No,
of
I
abandon.
mean, I can hold on to it, and I can also get into a position that'll abandon. I'm fine. I will make sure that this thing gets there correctly.
Then I need you to make a roll of mind and transport.
Do you have transport, Dr. Corvus?
I don't remember. Apparently I do. It pops up when I do the macro for it.
I think you get it for being a mechanical.
Favorite use of transport. I don't think that I've chosen one. I have not.
You could choose the pirate ship that you're about to destroy.
Sure, pirate ships.
I guess also there is our floating D8 psychic assistance bonus, where you are indeed progressing along the plan.
So you fly the ship into space, and then I guess you set it off to go rendezvous?
No, I'm going to ride it there.
So you'll ride it all the way to the temporal, to the anomaly.
Yep.
When you get to the temporal anomaly, you are bombarded by deadly radiation. Do you have Astro Soak?
I do not, but I have Alien Soak.
Okay, so to keep this, like fast, you'll take us. Let's just do a 6-point hit. Go ahead and soak 6 points of damage.
Crap. Real quick, Buff and Soak is seen, isn't it?
Buff and Soak is seen.
So alright, so I'll tap Buff and Soak to keep my reinforced armor in place.
Okay. So you still got 5 points to soak.
Yep. I'm just going down.
Alien Soak will soak 4 of that.
Actually, I think I'll tap Mechano Soak and Frenzy Soak instead.
Well, if you tap Mechano Soak, you can't breathe and vacuum anymore.
Oh, yeah. You make some salient points. But I see my problem is I don't want to tap Alien Soak. I'm going to tap Frenzy Soak, Monstrous Soak, and Tester Soak.
Okay, so you don't look as menacing when you're bombarded with cosmic radiation. But you get the engine close enough, and I guess you attach it and let it go?
Tell me something. Is this radiation going to be constantly damaging me?
Yes.
Damn it. See, I thought as a machine, an alien machine, that I might be somewhat immune to the radiation effects. Alright, I guess it's the realization that I'm not, and I'm just going to abandon ship, yeah. My hope was that I would depart the solar system on this thing and create a new civilization of machines that I built in my own image.
And what? Come back and conquer the solar system? Come back and conquer the solar system?
This is where it gets hilarious. So you tapped your Buff and Soak, right?
Yeah.
Well, so I'm going to roll to see if the device malfunctions.
And you've done that.
It does.
Well, you look what happens when Dr. Corvus Quasar gets greedy.
So it malfunctions. You fly it there and attach it, and you're fine with that. But then you have to it has to get out of the solar system. So while it's getting out of the solar system, it will malfunction again because it rolls every hour or so.
I want to point out that my initial problem with this plan was that if it stops having energy or something, like if the initial rocket runs out of power, it will just coast, and eventually someone will be able to catch back up to it. This is literally my problem coming to fruition.
This is what's going to happen. You're going to attach it, and the device is going to soar away. And then Professor Hasselstoff and the rest of them, first of all, your ultrawave communications will come back. And then the object signal will dwindle away. And Hasselstoff will say, well, I'm guessing that's the end of it, but we won't actually know unless we send a probe to actually track it. Because, I guess if we wait and the energy keeps building up, we'll be able to find it. But it looks like we're safe.
Well, if we did as we said, and we connected the energy that it's outputting to the rocket, then it's got an infinite energy store. It's going to be building up speed constantly. Nothing that we could make could ever catch back up to it. So sending a probe after it will have no effect.
It's never going to be a problem for anybody.
There's a very poignant moment in The Expanse, because apparently one of the big key moments is the discovery of a hyper efficient fusion engine, which allows
the dude gets himself killed.
And the dude accidentally discovers this property on his personal ship, and the story goes he's accelerating so fast that he's at a core percentage of C, and no one can ever catch up to him again.
Well, it's more that he can't shut the system off because he's like trapped to his chair. And he tries to reach up to turn it off, and his arm just snaps. Like he can't. He's just stuck in high G watching himself die.
Right. Yeah. And his engine is so efficient that it goes on for so long that he's at some like marginal fraction.
Dr. Quasar, did you want to ride this off into the cosmos, or did you want to?
Well, I mean, you're saying that the radiation will kill me before that ever happens. So
I didn't know you were. I didn't know you were planning on riding this off into the cosmos.
I mean,
you're pulling a Dark Star.
If it's possible, I would enjoy that. Yes.
Why don't you try to invent a device that's proof against the radiation?
Oh, see. God damn it, I forgot that's literally in my wheelhouse.
It's literally what you do.
Yeah.
Why don't you make a device that does that?
I think the 3 successes are good enough for a mod for an outfit, right?
Okay. Yeah, you can make specific protection against this, and now we need to roll, see if it malfunctions. What's the roll, see if it malfunctions?
Should be a D8, right?
I think it's a D12 on
impervious. Is it impervious or the other one?
Impervious.
Impervious is D12. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, apparently, Dr. Quasar never comes back because he rides the rocket off to another solar system.
Infinite power, infinite free energy. I have now wondrous devices from which to create my brethren. I'm the only one of my kind, but I will make more.
Well,
see you in the sequel.
Remember, all I want to say, Dr. Corvus, is remember that I was always treated you with respect. I always considered you a member of the crew, and I never thought of you as baggage.
Well, that's the end of Dr. Corvus. Well, eventually, yeah, Lancer and Proteus will get contact on the radio when radio communications resume and come back. There is no sign of the 2 underlings who went with you into the woods.
Oh.
They do not come back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Your attempts to hail them on radios doesn't work. You do a quick sortie to try and find them, and you don't. You could attempt to go look for more of them here, but there's not just Tellurians in the area, but there's, because remember, you have at least 3 Tellurian ships unaccounted for, but you still haven't found the wings of Spingrad, and you still you only found 1 pirate ship. Zachlon commanded a fleet.
Didn't we have our own, like all the ships I had called in were coming in as well?
Yeah, we call for backup.
Yeah, well, eventually the backup will get here. You're going to wait here for them to show up.
We ought to make our leave, Proteus.
No, okay. I agree. We should make our leave, and we should rendezvous with the fleet.
Okay, so you mark those 3 while rendezvous with the fleet. Okay,
I'm still of a mind that we can convince the pirates to join our side, at least temporarily.
You might be able to. So I think that there's a few loose ends here, but as Dr. Quasar does his Benson, Arizona, and does his Dark Star, who soars off into the unknown space.
Unknown space with infinite power and a mad mind.
So we go ahead and close this capstone that is the Futurist Menace, as the total conversion engine has been disposed of. Zachlon is in chains. You'll never find all of my booty. I left all of it in one piece.
Dun, 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 dun.
No, Hugo, that's the time you start to break out into a 4-kids rap.
Yeah. Togo. So I think this is actually a good place to end tonight's dramatic adventure.
Hooray! We did it.
Congratulations, everyone. You've gone ahead and solved this mystery. So I'm trying to think of what the best gift is to give all of you as a result of this. You know what? This is a major reward. I'm just going to give you all increased trait of choice.
All right, I get my increased body back.
Yeah, you have to work out to get rid of all the radiation
maybe I
problems.
ought to get smarter.
Pick a trait and increase it, or take 5 experience points. Most of you will probably take the increased trait. So congratulations.
And I will move my will to D6.
So there we go. All right. And now I guess that was that was not how I expected that to go, but I'm glad I prepared some tokens in advance in case it did go that way. Because yeah, Zachalon you separated him from his pirates, but he wasn't going to give up. And there's some more stuff going on, and that's hilarious. And just wrote that off in his face. That is totally a pulp-worthy ending. So I guess it's the rereading of the mottos. Boris, what's your motto?
Let nobody hold you back, and they never will again.
Yep, using your ESP power, you were able to calculate all this. That's a point for you. Dr. Corvus, I imagine your last words you start off in the space is Eureka, isn't it?
Eureka!
Okay.
Really?
Or I guess the new change would be, it's astounding science!
Okay. Ralph.
The door closes, break a window.
Yeah, you definitely did that. Well, you closed a few doors and broke a few windows. Lancer, what's yours?
Never give up, never surrender.
Guys never did that. And of course, our mighty Commodore Proteus, what is your motto?
Document the process and follow it. I just try to be by the book.
So, yeah, I can imagine. Thank you for saving the universe from the menace of futurist pirates and their ultimate energy. Now you're all confined to KP2D for 1 week for modding the ship without authorization.
Wait, I have the papers. I had them all along. No, don't do
They
this to me.
don't have a stamp.
So,
no one's supposed to hold me back.
We got a little wild here where we had some bigger messes. So debriefing and that stuff. The last time we added the book, we added wonders, which were the plot-oriented gadgets. So we could use them to do plot-oriented kind of stuff to make the game a bit crazier. The gadgets that Quasar invents are just like you can do those without asking me first. And because that's come up before, because I share a problem that Theta does, which is when you have crafting in a game, it's always miserable. It never works. It always takes too long, requires too many materials. And if it does work, it's too good. So the GM just gives you grief over it. So I imagine Theta is pretty much enjoying the way the gadgeteering rules are working so far.
Yeah, love it. It's perfect. Mm-hmm. Now, especially since you put them all in the close proximity in the book. So instead of going from chapter 1 all the way down to the equipment and everything like that, I can now just scroll through 3 or 4 pages.
As much as I'd take credit for that, that was Piat's idea.
It works. I like it. I mean, crafting rules should always be near the equipment.
Raph did all the work, though.
I thought about splitting them up like that, and then
guys, we're in a Canadian standoff.
I guess I would say as a design solution, crafting here isn't necessarily the solution to everything, but it is capable of assisting everything else and elevating everyone else to solve a problem. And I think that's why it's really good.
That your skill base, this crafting complements you. That even though the crafting has been able to do things, you're still getting a lot done just by getting hands-on and hitting things like flying and piloting and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Plus, also, I like how the soak mechanic works for the vehicles as well as people. Like, I like the cosmetic mechanical blow-up. I think that one thing I always struggle with hit point-based systems is they don't communicate. Like, if you reduce someone from 87 to 56, okay, a number went down. What does that mean? And that doesn't communicate a lot to players. Whereas in a game like this, where you say, okay, you've made him mad, his frenzy soak is tapped, or you've done cosmetic damage to their ship, and then you hit them again. So okay, now you've done actual mechanical damage to their ship. It instead of just being a number, it feels like I'm talking to you, like I'm giving you valuable feedback.
Right. Yeah, you're actually describing the scene as things are happening to us mechanically.
Yep. So, I hope that you feel that there's stakes and they're understandable. Anything happen that you have questions about, or?
No, I'm doing pretty standard stuff, and the standard stuff works out pretty well with everything else. So,
well, you've dipped into the occult horror, and we haven't mentioned in the Astounding Science book yet how to mix occult horror with Astounding Science. They're not totally inseparable. Piat's a big fan of the Slans series.
Well, I mean, you do have the one section that suggests it in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Yeah, Planet X and the guy who just stands there.
Yeah, if you need extra weirdo aliens, have them start doing extra weirdo stuff.
Yep, and there's also lensmen and that kind of stuff. I mean, like, the major goal was also to stay on theme. Like, one of my major issues with role-playing games is they often turn into ketchup and ice cream, where they mix ideas together that aren't, like, necessarily on theme. And so Piat's original manuscript had some excellent ideas, like the Thermionic Empire and their big giant brain that controls everything makes them an excellent kind of Purple Menace type bad guy, and I like that. And then I've tried to stay true to that, where we're big fans of. Piat, does the Paralandra series have a name, or is it just the Paralandra series?
It's called the Cosmic Trilogy.
The Cosmic Trilogy.
Yes. Out of the Silent Planet, Paralandra, and then the final book is That Hideous Strength, which is set on Earth and has Merlin and like headless scientist and stuff.
Yeah. So and so I thought our space series should stay true to that kind of adventure. So yeah, you met the Saturnians, and one advice I always have for GMs is my short advice for GMs is always play to lose, which is you're not here to defeat the players, you're here to entertain the players. And a side effect of play to lose is you should try to get more material than you can use, and then don't feel bad if it's not being used. You should be doing what the players want to do. Like, I'm always running into GMs who say stuff like, I wanted to go on an adventure, but they wanted to start a tavern. It's like, well, if they want to start a tavern, you should find a way to roll with that. I know it's not always easy to improvise, and I'm always mad at published adventures, which don't seem to like have any provisions for that. But there's a lot of stuff. My goal is, we put stuff in the books, put a lot of open ideas, and then when you folks are doing stuff, have our ideas bounce off of what you're doing. Like this entire idea of, screw it, I'm going to ride the rocket and start my own civilization of Martian twisted robots. It's like, yeah, that's cool. I never see stuff like that in gaming.
And here it's possible.
So we still have a couple of follow-up mysteries. Yep. Well, I'm glad we added the wonders. So I'm glad we added plot specific. Normally, I'm not a big fan of that because I've played too many Dungeons and Dragons games where magic does anything and it gets kind of boring. But we made wonders something you can manipulate, and we specifically put in here that this is another stickler. There's a lot of games that want to have some sort of backfire or curse or something bad that happens to you when you use something, and I think that's a good idea. But their math is almost always terrible. Like it's, you cut yourself shaving, roll on the F critical table or something. It's always like totally disproportionate and deadly to the point where players don't want to mess with it. Whereas this level of curse with the 66, I think, is the level where that's too good to pass up, but you all know that something like incredibly terrible can happen to you.
Yeah, I think so. It's a very powerful bonus that we'd be remiss not to try to use.
I mean, we've seen it before, too. It's in the Ironclaw version 2 Black Magic, what's it, Advanced one, where you get 66 bonus to roll. Although you're also looking for sixes there, too. Yeah.
The Dark Bargain's one of my favorite spells. Just roll a bonus 66. And anything you do, just a bonus 66, who cares?
Yeah, it was part of my make myself undead plan.
Yeah. Because it's just roll bonus, but if 3 6s come up, some curse happens. It's those kinds of things I live for, because I think those are fun.
So it plays well. We've seen it played.
Yeah. So and also we try to keep the combats pretty fast. I like the fact I think this is chugging along. So any other questions or?
No, this was a pretty good one. Nice fun combat, nice back and forth, nice dramatic ending. Dr. Corvus got to ride his rocket into space, There's
still a couple of mysteries, so I'll be curious how Theta wants to proceed from here. Because I think it's a good ending to the character, Mr. Invulnerable Robot Gadgeteer.
Like I said, I'm not going to be the last of my kind. We got infinite energy. We got our own thermionics going on.
You're going to go back in time. You're going to go so fast that you're going to go back in time, and you end up starting the Thermionic Empire.
That's what's going to happen. We're going to end up being on the final boss. We're finally going to be the Thermionic brain. He's going to be like, ha, ha, ha. You could never defeat me because I always knew who you were.
Well,
the counter-invasion of Earth by Corvus.
I mean, if that was the path we'd go, is that you guys would land on counter-Earth, you'd get escorted to the command chamber of the Thermionic brain, and it's me sitting down in this weird-ass complex, all this wires and shit coming off of me like I'm the Emperor of Mankind. Just old me, and it turns out that I've been deposed, like I'm a figurehead, and the actual leaders are these other logical council of 12 or 13, and you've got to save Dr. Corvus Quasar from his imprisonment in the Thermionic Empire as the Thermionic Brain.
We can feel
Corvus,
the good
you
within
buckethead,
you,
you made
Corvus.
advisors as crazy as yourself.
You're like, come on, Dr. Corvus, I was nice to you. Why wasn't I put on the list?
You tried to get rid of me that one time.
Okay, well, I think that's about it. So we have another game coming up tonight.
Yep.
That's right. We got Dungeons and Dragons coming live in 45 minutes. Everyone come back and see us figure out what the hell we're going to do now that we beat up the boss and get to go home.
And we, once again, this is Urban Jungle. This is Astounding Science, which was made possible by donations and Kickstarter drives from folks like you. Urban Jungle is available now at sanguinegames.com, drivethrurpg.com, and some of your other websites. And Astounding Science will be available real soon, as well as some other stuff. So hopefully it'll be like a return to normalcy, but we'll see.
All right, and we'll see you
anything
next
else
time.
Hype? Anybody else?
Oh, anything? Like, comment, subscribe, call to action, buy the books, get the plushies. Yeah.
All right, I guess we're making plushies now.
Hey, now we have to.